Right, how we doing, everyone? We're going to do some basic video editing today. I thought because we're all stuck indoors, we'll get out. So we'll make a video that we travel the world, has some nice scenery. Yeah, so I downloaded some videos here. Let me show a few of you. So basically, if you want to see the video, they all go into your import section here. So what you do, you press this button, you'd import media files, go onto your computer, onto your documents, your downloads, your desktop, wherever you put the files, and then you'd import them into this section here. Okay, so if you want to view the video, I've just clicked on the text here. So the beach video has come up here. Let me just move myself. And then you just press play to preview the video, and the video would play. And as you can see, it's the beach there. We have got sort of 3, 6, 9 videos for you, and it's bird's eye view from all around the world. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to get all these videos together and make a little film. And how we're going to do that, we're going to transfer all these videos and we're going to put them down below here, which is where we do our video editing. So let's start with that, and then we'll move on to the next section. All right, now that's all done. What you can see is that all the clips have now gone into our little editing section. Okay, now along this sidebar, you'll have different sections. These two sections here, we can see the film reel. That's where the visual stuff will be. Okay, if you add any text, which we will do later, that will go in this bar here. And then any audio, so any music you want to add to the video, which again we will do later, you've got 2 bars here to add some music. Now with the clips, as you can see, they're all different size clips. So some look like they're 20 seconds, some look like they're 10 seconds. What we want to do, we want to have all the clips the same, running the same amount of time. Okay, so to do that, what you do, you click on any clip. So I've clicked on the countryside one here. And then what we'll do, they've come up some options. Now you've got video options, and that's just the general look of the video. So if you want it a bit more HD, to look a certain way. So for example, I will show you here, you can have the video looking any way you want. So if you pick, say, for example, Batman, it will give you that dark look like you're in Gotham. You can pick Harry Potter. Again, it's got that wizardry look, and so on and so forth. You've got plenty here. You've got James Bond, you've got Star Wars, you've got plenty of options, but we're just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so that's the video options. Now, what we want to do, we want to make sure the length of the video is the same time. So you've got the duration here, and this video is 20 seconds long. What we're going to do, we're going to shorten that a little bit to say, let's say, no, 15 seconds. Let's say 12 seconds. Let's say 12 seconds. So every one of our video clips will be 12 seconds. And then what you do after that, you press OK. Let's just have a look at the audio options first to show you. So you can have the volume higher or lower. You can fade in or out. And what that means, if you've got music playing, which we will have, if you want the music to fade out just before it goes into the next clip, like you see in many films, then you just put the fade out button and just move it how quickly you want it to fade out. And that's the same with fade in. So when you go into a next clip, it will fade in. The pitch is just basically the audio, the sound of people talking. So if you wanted them to sound like chipmunks, you'd go up all the way. If you wanted them to sound with a really deep voice, you would go down, and so on and so forth. Again, we're not going to have any talking apart from me in this video. So I'm not going to make myself sound like a chipmunk or have a really deep voice. Okay, so now we've changed all what we wanted to change with the length. So we're going to press OK. And that one will be done there. What we're going to do now, we're going to do that with all the clips, so they all roll as 12-second clips, and they're all the same. Done. I decided to go with 15 seconds rather than 12. I thought 12 seconds would be a bit too slow. We do want to they are nice looking videos. So we do want to have a little bit longer to look at them. So I changed it to 15 seconds. Now, the next thing we want to do, we don't just want to go straight into the film. Okay, I think we need a little intro to tell people what the film is. You know, you always get starting credits, don't you, to tell people what the film is called. So we're going to have to give this film a name and have a little intro. So we want to insert an intro at the beginning. Now this cursor here, the line, that is where, or any action you take up above here to insert something, this is where it will go. So if I want something to go in between the train view and Venice skate park, then I would leave the cursor there and insert whatever I wanted. Now, as we want it to be the intro, I'm going to move the cursor right to the front, and we want to add some text. Okay, so as you can see along here, you've got loads of text. You've got custom text. Custom text is what you download yourself from the computer. You've got special events, so a bit more color. You know, these are the ones that will be bold in your face. You've got openers, which, because we are doing an intro, we are going to go for. Okay, so we're going to go for openers. So what we want, I think, is a little bit of color to brighten the mood. As you can see, with many options. Color. I quite like this one. I quite like this one, the blue. So what you can do now to add this, you can either drag and drop it like this, or you can do these options and just press plus, and then that, as you can see now, has inserted itself into the beginning of the clip. Now, something I always do when I'm editing videos, because you don't want an issue where, you know, you accidentally exit or the computer runs out of battery, I always save the work that I am working on. So let's do that now. Let's call it Perfectly Travels the World. Okay, so we're going to save that as that. And I'll tell you what, I think we'll call our movie that as well. Now, to add your text, as you can see, it's playing, but it's got custom text at the moment. So to add your text, all you're going to do is click on the text, and it will bring up again what we had before. So now, if we want to, there, we'll click onto the screen. Right, so we're going to call it Perfectly Travels the World. So we want to add Perfectly in here. So all you do, you just, as I did, I click the screen, and then to the side it comes up and it gives you easy access to write what you need to write. I would then click the middle text, and then again I'd go over, and we want travels. You can, you can change the text. It doesn't need to be what the computer give you, and you can do that here. You can change the size. You've got bold, italic. If we look here as well, you can change the styles. So if I wanted to make it yellow, could make it yellow, which I think is quite a nice color actually. You know, we've got all the different, got shadow there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so I think we'll use that one. Okay, but if you did want to, you've got all the different styles. Animation. So if you wanted it to fade in or fade out, what you do, you just do that, you add your text, and it would come down the screen. We're not going to use animation for this one though, but I will show you animation another time. So Perfect Travels, and then we've got one more bit, the world. So we just click on goes here, where we're going to put world, and there you go, the world. All good. So, and then we move that over a little bit just to center it, and there is our intro. So this of intro is now good. Now, as you can see, the actual opener is inserted itself, but remember I said the text bar. So this is the text, and the text actually is not in the same row. It is in the text bar, and it goes on top of your opener. So there is our opener. Now, next thing we want to do really. We don't just want to go from clip to clip with nothing in between, I don't think. So we want to add a little bit of a transition. As you can see now, it just goes straight to clip. That's not really good enough for what we want to do today, I don't think. So we want to add some sort of transition from clip to clip. Now, as you can see here, you've got your media. That's just when you're importing stuff. That goes in this section, as we discussed before. Then you've got your music, which we'll add a bit later on. You've got your text. You've got your transitions, which we're going to go into. You've got your filters, overlays, elements. If you want to split the screen, so for example, if I wanted to make it half and half, then with a line, just go there. So basically, that's the same clip would play in both these different halves. Yeah, but right now, we are going to concentrate on transitions, okay? So a transition is that little break you get in movies between each clip, all right? So usually it's a black screen, but we're going to get a bit creative with it. So we'll show you some transitions. Fade, dissolve, as you can see, moves, bar, like this, blind, bad, not bad. I want a little bit of a, let's try this one. Okay. I think I like this one. A minute. Yeah, that's a bit crazy, but that might make your eyes go funny. Where's the one? This one. Yes, I like this one. I like this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this transition between every clip, okay, and then we'll get back on it and we'll move on. Right, that's all done. So I've added a transition between each of the clips. Now, I know you want to see it all coming together, but don't worry. What I want to do is try and put it all together, and then we'll play it for you at the end, and you can see how it has all come together with what we've done. I haven't even checked how it looks yet, so we'll both be checking how it looks together just by putting the little sections in together. Usually when you edit a video, you might work on one clip at a time. You test the transition from one to the other, but we're just going to put things together, play it at the end, and see how it comes out. And the next thing I want to do, we've obviously got all these little clips, but they're a bit blank, so I think maybe we want to tell people what they're looking at. I mean, look, people ain't stupid, but it would just be good to add a little bit of a title, a little bit of text, just to let people know what they're looking at. So, so we go to the text section again. Now, last time we was looking for an opener. This time we want just a title, you know, a title that will tell people what they look at. So I click on the title button. We'll go and have a look. What have we got? Let's have a look here. We want something that's not too intrusive, really. Yeah, just something like this. Just saying a title. Just sit on there. So let's try this one. Again, it will now be inserted where the cursor is on the thing. So I clicked on it there. Really, I want it a bit closer. That's the thing as well. If you do insert in the wrong place, you can move the button to where you want it. So I've just moved it there. And then let's just spread it out to the whole thing. Now, what I want to do, we're on a beach. So let's just play this right now. And as you can see, our text has come up. Now, what we want to do, I don't really feel like we want it right bang in the center because the picture is what everyone really wants to look at. So we'll move it to the corner. We'll maybe make it a little bit smaller. So again, like I said, we've clicked on the text to do what we want to do. We'll make it a little bit smaller. And then right, and we'll just put exactly what people are looking at. Okay, so that'll do. Again, we could change the style. Should we change the style? Maybe a yellow. Yeah, I think yellow looks good. So we'll leave the yellow there. Press OK, and then that now is inserted into our clip. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert the same text into all the other clips. That by accident. Again, we're working, so we'll save it. And yeah, so that's what I'll do now. Insert all the other clips with the relevant text. Right, so I've just finished putting all the titles in the views. Obviously, we've got the transitions, we've made the opening. I think now what we need to do is add something that every good movie has, and that is music. Okay, so I've clicked on the music section here, and that will bring up some bars, some options here. And obviously in the bars, we've got favorites. Now, that is basically just a shortcut to anything, any music you like that you save, so you don't have to keep looking for it. My music would just be anything you upload, sound effects, electronic music, folk music, rock music, tender and sentimental, or young and bright. Let's just have a look. I'll show you some of the sound effects that you can do. You can add, which is the atomic bomb. There's the atomic bomb. Beep. Ow. Camera snaps. Okay. You got car horn. Yeah. You got chickens. Yeah. So you can have yeah. So you can have a lot of fun with this. I think. What else we've got? Oh, cinematic horn. I like going to the cinema. Yeah. So as you see, you've got all the sound effects. You can have quite a lot of fun with them. But we want a track. Okay, we want some music. So we are going to, let's go young and bright, because that's what you all are. And again, if you want to demo the music to see what it sounds like, you just click on the text below, and it will play the music. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. No. Better. Possibly. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. That's the best one so far. I've had this song actually in a lot of YouTube videos. The Impro. Okay, so I think out of the ones that are there so far, it's probably going to be this one for me. Bit bubbly, bit upbeat, cheer us all up. So what I want to do, press pause on that. Now remember what I said with the cursor before? Anywhere you want the music to start, you put the cursor. So I think we'll start it as soon as our views go on. So we won't start it right at the beginning. So we'll click that right there. And then that should add to our timeline. Just give it a chance to go. There it is. And then so let's look at that. Yeah, so then that's added to our timeline. So yeah, we have music. Right, so I think we'll leave it there. Last thing we want to do, we've got to end with some end credits. So as we did here, we'll add some text to the end of our film. All right, so remember when I said we had the music we wanted to fade out or fade in? I think that when a movie's ending, it's good to fade it out a little bit. So I've clicked on our track here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fade it out towards the end, put it close to, up to the top. So what then that will do, that will start to fade out pretty well as we go into our end credits. So now I think we'll do one last thing before we wrap up our movie, and that is to add some sort of watermark, some sort of logo that lets everyone know that this is our movie. Okay, so if we go to media, I have the Purfleet logo right here. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to add this, click on it, apply to Pip. Okay, and then what that will do, that will go into the second movie. So what that does, it allows us to add it across all the other clips. Let me just delete that actually, because as I said, I forgot to move the cursor, and wherever you want the cursor, wherever you want the clip to be applied, you have to put the cursor there. So I will apply this now to the Pip. The Pip is just the second row. So if I applied it to this, it would then go over there, and I would have to, you know, it would take a lot more time for me to move it into place. So if I apply it to Pip, it goes there, and then I can stretch that out as far as I want it. Should probably be way over there. Now, of course, we don't want our logo taking up all the things. So hold on a minute. So I'll click that, and then what I'll do, I will then move it into a more convenient space, probably around the corner. Let's move that a bit up just so you can see. So yeah, then that's right in the corner. And then what that does, it ain't too intrusive to our movie, but it also gives us that little watermark there. So our movie's now done. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to download this, and I will leave it in the comments. Okay, so you can see the full movie in the comments. I'll probably upload it on its own as well. But yeah, so that's video editing to a basic level. I will do more of these. I will do what I'll probably try and do next is maybe make some sort of video that can be good for TikTok or something like that. So yeah, I'll do that next week. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've been able to follow it. I've tried to keep it as basic as possible.